Hello, I'm Berni Xiong, Life Spark with Berni Xiong LLC at bernixiong.com. Today is Monday, April 11th, 2011, and this is episode 18 of Get a Life Spark. All right, I'm excited about this week's topic of discussion. We're going to talk about letting go. Now, this topic surfaced many times over the years in dealing with friends, family, and clients regarding, how do I let go of something when I'm still attached to it? How do I forget something that hurts me still to this day? How do I put something past me and behind me when it seems so hard to let go? And it could be related to your career, an intimate relationship, even a personal friendship, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's just perfectionism in your own personal life and how you view yourself. But this is something that I have struggled with in the past, and I learned to get better at. I mean, it's not something that, you easily snap your fingers and you become this new person who isn't affected by things and who doesn't get hurt by things. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that there is a technique and tool and amazing resources out there to really help you to get clear of the things that were hurting you and that were bothering you so that you can learn to let go, move on, move forward, move past it, and be in a better place and engage in activities and thoughts and feelings that do serve you. So I'm really, really excited. Let's get started. Let's start talking about this, okay? So again, the interest here in talking about this topic, I'm going to start with relationships. I've coached somebody who actually hired me because he wanted to get better at being a good lover, a good partner in his new relationship that was just budding. And he knew that in the past he had the tendency to have more of a codependent role in his intimate relationships. He was always concerned that he wasn't good enough. He always felt that he was trying to prove himself. And he said that even though logically he knew he was confident and competent and great, and he really liked himself, really valued himself, there seemed to be an emotional disconnect with him in terms of how he viewed himself in relation to his partner, and he always felt a certain sense of insecurity or self-consciousness with the other person. And we talked it through, and we talked about the fact that it wasn't so much how the other person made him feel insecure. It was the fact that when he found himself in a relationship, he immediately went to a place of insecurity and self-consciousness instead of exuding that confidence he had when he was a single person. And it was really interesting, and I found there to be parallels between him and myself in my past life and past relationships that I've had where I was a codependent partner as well. And I did mostly blame it on the significant other at the time, because at the time I didn't know what I didn't know, and I didn't know that the insecurity and the self-consciousness came from within myself. Okay, but it took me having to increase certain levels of consciousness, increase my level of awareness and maturity, so that I could learn to get to this place where I am at now, and where I can help you to arrive at, so that you can learn to let go. Okay, one of my favorite quotes, and I've plastered this all over my social media channels before, and I'm going to plaster it all over it again this week, but it's by Ann Landers, and she says, hanging on to resentment is like letting someone you despise live rent-free in your head. I'm going to repeat that again because I think I messed that up. Hanging on to resentment is letting someone you despise live rent-free in your head. Again, that was written by Ann Landers. And it just makes so much sense. And this is something that I've told my clients before. They ask, well, I just can't let go. I'm so angry about it. Or I just can't let go. It bothers me. And I said, well, who are you really hurting? I mean, does it serve you to continue to hold on to something that bothers you, that hurts you, that brings you pain, that continues to remind you of this negative emotion that you feel every time it's evoked by that thought or that feeling of something in the past that has hurt you? And then I took it a step further and I thought, and this is how I got over it. I remember asking myself, if the other person that has hurt me knew that today I'm sitting here sulking in my thoughts and emotions and negativity, thinking and feeling badly and sadly because of thoughts of him or her, well, then who's really the fool here? I mean, how much power and energy am I going to give that other person when they're not even here? They don't even care. They're not even thinking about me. And here I am, drowning in my sorrows, allowing myself to be affected by them, and they're no longer even in my life. How much of a fool do I feel that I'm giving them that power and energy, even though they are no longer a part of my life? And it was that thought that I asked myself that really made me realize, oh my gosh, that's horrible, horrible. I'm giving power and energy to somebody else who really doesn't give a darn, who isn't even thinking about me, and yet I'm sitting here continuing to give them that space in my life. And there's nobody to blame but myself for allowing myself to do that. And so it was thoughts of that that really helped me to get to a better place where I learned I need to start letting go. I need to stop trying to control what that person is or isn't thinking of me. I need to stop being upset about it. I need to move on and I need to move forward. Whatever it takes, I need to do that, and I need to take proactive and strategic steps in order to do so. So, that being said, it sounds easier than it really is. I know that. It's a simple idea, but it is difficult to take that first step. So I will help you a little bit. All right? Get your pen, get your paper ready, and we're going to do a little exercise that will really help you to really jot this down, take inventory of the things that are no longer serving you, taking inventory of the things that you would like to do more of and want to have more of. And then we're going to learn to let go, okay? And then we're going to monitor this. I'm counting on you, and I will be your accountability partner too. Please check back here at the website or contact me if you need additional help. But this is going to be a 90-day long process. Even though it's just an exercise we're going to do here today for a couple minutes, this is going to be something you should be monitoring for the next 90 days. And hopefully, if you follow through with this, you will create a new habit, and the habit will be to let go of these things that no longer serve you. You know why? So that you can begin moving forward in the direction that does serve you and helps you get closer to the life, the career, the relationship that you really want to have. Okay? All right. So, here goes. And actually also check my written blog. I will be leaving an example of this exercise in the event that you aren't able to jot this down via the video blog. That way you can just go ahead and save the PDF that I'm going to be posting on my written blog, okay? And again, always read the written blog. It supplements this, not replaces this, and vice versa. Okay, so I want you on your piece of paper to create two different columns, okay? And this is the letting go exercise. The first column on your left, I want you to create a title bar that has a minus sign. That's column number 1. Column number 2 will be a 0. And then column number 3 will be a plus sign. And then directly to the right, column number 4, you will write the title, To Let Go Of, comma, Not. All right? And then below that first heading, that title bar, why don't you write 1 through 10. Beneath those column headings, you're going to need some space to write 10 different elements, behaviors, or things that are not best for the rest of your life. Okay? So I'll go over the instructions again after this, but I at least want to set you up for the beginning part. So that is the very first box that you're going to see on the left side of your sheet of paper. Okay. Now on the right side of your sheet of paper, I want you to draw the same type of box. Again, this is going to be a separate box. And this box is going to also have in the first column in the title bar, it's going to be a negative sign. The second column, the heading will be a 0. And in the third column, the heading will be a plus sign. And then in the fourth column, the title is going to be to do or have. Okay, and then again, underneath that first row, which is the title bar, you are going to number 1 through 10 again, and then that will also be the space in which you want to write down the elements that you are going to want to do or to have or to continue to do for the rest of your life. Okay? And then after that, I want you to check back at the end of next week's video blog. I'm going to do a check-in with you to see how you're doing in terms of really monitoring the letting go of activities and the would like to do or have activities. Because what this is really going to do is it's going to really help you to start taking inventory of the activities that are or are not congruent with the kind of life you want to have. I mean, it's kind of insanity if you think about it. If you jot down all these things and you realize, holy cow, a lot of these activities that I'm doing do not serve my mission and what I would like to do in life. Well, that kind of makes you take a look at the sheet of paper and go, okay, why am I doing it? We need to be more strategic. We need to be more proactive about some of the behaviors and elements and activities that I'm doing in my life, because I no longer want to be doing this. For example, if your goal is to stop smoking so you can be healthy, well, on here you should definitely have in your left column, I need to let go of smoking. And if you monitor this in 90 days and you find yourself still smoking and it hasn't been eliminated yet, then you really need to create an action plan to help you get on the right track and eliminate the smoking completely. I mean, I know it's a very dramatic example I give you, but you'd be surprised by how many times we do that in our lives. There are so many obvious and commonsensical things that we need to do or not do, but yet what happens? It's habitual. We continue to keep doing these same routine patterns over and over and over because we're used to it and we're comfortable with it. So this will really help you to take inventory of the things that you need to learn to let go and then let it go, and the things that you would like to have and introduce into your life, then we need to start doing that. Okay, so again, you can find this PDF on the written blog of today's blog, and then you will come back next week. At the end of my video blog next week, Monday, we will have a check-in, and I will walk you through the check-in process of the activity. All right. So again, if you have any questions in the meantime, you know where to reach me. I'm at BerniXiong.com. You can also give me a call at 262-LAUNCH-2. I think that's pretty much it, folks. Next week, we're going to be talking about change. Changes that need to be made in your life and how to make change, how to accept change, how to move forward with change. And then following that, we're going to be talking about taking responsibility and owning authority. It's all relevant information that will really help you to move closer to where you want to be, what you want to do, and who you want to be in your life, career, relationship. So here's where you get all your information and resources, and it's free, folks. Come on, it can't get any better than that. So please utilize these resources that I'm offering you here. And again, you know where to reach me if you need additional assistance, because I know everybody can use an accountability partner. I know I do, and I can as well. All right, folks, have a wonderful Monday. Have a gorgeous week. The weather is just warming up, and it's getting so sunny and pretty out there. Make it a great one, and we'll see you next week, Monday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.